Right there, I just gonna right there on the tree. Where these leaves? Nothing basement. Basement. So I'm gonna find out when I get too much into the other thing. This will take long. Further for them. They could load these, put them in the market at the same time.
Take one of these and crush it.
Oh, this is the same stuff that
I love that smell. Crush it.
what does these houses in Germany or who's this? Pamba? Oh yeah, it smells like something that's outside of the Chase Park and the Wells Park, something that's inside of, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't give it a national smell, a nationality smell, but I would give it like a smell that's outside of Chase Park. I would give it a smell that's not from a street sign. That's how I go. So we made it to this area. We got a little leeway. Sometimes we'll get right there, a little thing. We're looking for a blueberry, the magic blueberry right there. So I'm coming out here. So I come down the road right there. Angles here too much. So sometimes we got a biker, a nice biker. I'll probably say caught there really. Sometimes I'm on perfectly fine, but we will run into like some niggas like biker, or run into niggas like maybe like a buff guy. So if I was gonna fight him, we would have to call the police because they would have to see. So I go. So sometimes take the pill if we get two other ways. So if we were going in the hospital, this would be like walking in the downstairs unit, and then the other one's the department. This was after I did my compartment Apple phone search, but it wasn't linked to a Google account. So the department in this area is the floor 1 institution. Want to go down this way? Catheter chest. Are you sure it has an outlet? So sometimes when niggas don't follow the no man steps into the same river twice, for it is not the same river and it is not the same moon. That's what I need, somebody in my life. You know, I do a lot of geography, a lot of education. Sometimes when you work at a spirit, I didn't tell you I used to do my research on Google. I used to look up geographical books and geography of the local houses and communities, and I would put them in departments like a hospital, and I would show how sometimes when we would go for a walk, we would be allowed a certain social level, but if we go for a walk, we might go to a church like Christ Temple or a branch of Christ Temple that will allow us to experience things from a different group of people who might not try to not accept us as a social class, where they see things similar to as us and not as people who own houses in the district that are about 200 years old. Most people, when they see a tree, they see God, and then the type of tree relates to the nationality, where they're from, how many trees they've seen, how old they are, how old the tree was before they was in this area. But when the guy says the river changes twice, sometimes if you went to a hospital and this was around the hospital, the unit 1 of the hospital could have a whole different depiction depending on what district and community is related to things around here associated with big buildings, big organizations. That's why people go to the private sector, because they say that in this location, some people will be 911 police related to a hospital, and then they'll say that I might get a little archangel symmetry around here, because archangels, they might not go for district city, they might go for places that are unique to the creation of God.
Amen.
So mom see that. So how do you say, Apostle Jonah, Apostle Mark, they were real life people, but they tried to be social so that they could bring things together. But what if a police found someone's house and it was like, oh, I'm going to report it to the hospital? How would someone have a historic governor and a historic mayor who is not part of a foreign country, who doesn't belong to the people who live in smaller districts, who are minorities, who have richer places that might try to see this according to the district? So sometimes when people walk here, I'll be like, yeah, it's a guaranteed Mortal Kombat. So it means that sometimes when niggas do this, niggas will be like around to it. So I don't know if this has an extension, but it does look like this goes down to meet the place where me and mom walked out last time.
Never be comfortable.
Yes. Something. Dispersion right there. I don't want to get put in the bus. My mom's hair, it could be when she was, this was when she was 4, before she got initiated by her mom. And so the way the women think. So sometimes when I have like a night sore,